Hey, what's up you guys? It's Milo. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hi, hello, my name is Milo. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. And today I just want to share my New Year's goals with you guys because I thought it would be fun and because I know a lot of people feel very lost when they're trying to make New Year's goals. So I'm hoping some of these are like manageable goals that you guys could pick up if you want to. There is a lot of them. They're in categories, but they're very small, most of them. They are things that I'm either already doing that I want to be more consistent with, or they're things that I want to start doing, but I think they're small enough and I'm starting slow enough that it's manageable. Because there are so many, I'm just going to get straight into it. The first category is spirituality, and I'm not that spiritual of a person, but I think it kind of goes hand in hand with mindfulness. So my first one is to spend time in silence every day. I did that years ago when I was having a time, and it actually really helped. Just turning off music, YouTube, whatever it is, phone is off, no noise, just existing in my head for like 15 minutes. It's not very comfortable, but I think it was really good for me, so I'm gonna start doing that again, but it's like really bad. Like, I'm addicted to my phone and TikTok and doom scrolling and listening to music and just literally anything to not exist only in my head. So I'm gonna start with like 5 minutes a day. Just set a timer for 5 minutes while I'm doing dishes or something, and then when the timer's up, I can turn my YouTube back on. And then we'll work my way back up to like 15 minutes a day. And then similarly, I want to spend at least 10 minutes outside every day that it is warm enough. I live in Utah, it's cold, it's freezing right now. But once it is warmer in the spring and summertime, even if I'm just on my phone, but I'm sitting on the grass, as long as I'm outside getting some vitamin D for 10 minutes, goal is achieved. See what I mean when I say these are kind of simple, easy goals? I didn't want to overwhelm myself because then I'll just give up immediately. Next category is home, and I want to do like a house reset before I go to bed every night. I do this some nights, but I want to do it every night. And that doesn't mean I'm deep cleaning my house, but just walk around. It's a one-bedroom apartment. It's small. Walk around and be like, oh, that's my cup from earlier. Put the cup in the sink. It'll take 3 minutes. But then every day when I wake up, my house is fully ready for the day and clean, and I can just have like a fresh start every day. So I feel like I can take 3 minutes out of my night every night, just add it to the beginning of my bedtime routine, and then my house will always be clean and I'll feel fresh and wonderful in the morning. I also need to go through literally everything that I own and donate a bunch of it because I own way too much crap. I used to shop because, I don't know, I wanted dopamine. And so now I have a bunch of crap that I don't need. That task was feeling pretty daunting, just looking around at everything, and I'm like, how do I even go about this? So I made categories of like belts, shoes, hats, but for everything in my entire home. And my goal is to just go through 2 categories a month. Just 2, whenever I can get to it. Just go through my box of hats. That seems easy enough. I feel like I can do that. Next category is social, and I didn't make a lot of social goals because I'm not a social person, but I kind of need to be. So the first goal is to get to know my best friend's friends because we kind of run in different circles and we're like the only link to each other, and their friends seem really cool. And I need to like talk to more people. So I'm gonna try and get to know my best friend's friends. We've been talking about it forever, never have done it. We're gonna make it happen this year. And the second goal for social is to throw a bonfire. I have a fire pit in the backyard, and I just think it would be fun in the summertime to invite a bunch of people over and have a fire, especially because hanging out in a big group feels like a lot less pressure on me interacting with people. And it's a good way, I think, to connect with people that I want to be friends with or like better friends with, but I'm too awkward or like anxious to hang out with them one-on-one. I can have them come to the bonfire and then we can still hang out, but I'm not freaking out as much. Next category is financial, and my finances are pretty good, but I started working more hours at work, so my paychecks have been a little bigger. So my goal for this year is that any extra money in my paycheck that's outside of the budget that I already have set, I have to put immediately in savings for tuition because I'm coming up on my paramedic program and I don't have the money. No buying fun little trinkets. Tuition only. Next category is community. My best friend and I made a list of a bunch of stuff that we can do that's either like community based or activism based, just to help the world or help our community specifically. And so we want to do one thing off of our list every month, preferably more, but at least get to one thing. And it's everything from like donate hand warmers to this group that helps the homeless, to baking cookies for the bake sale for Palestine, or hanging up Know Your Rights flyers, picking up trash along the Jordan River because it always needs it. Just ways to better the world around us pretty much. So hopefully we can do at least one of those things every month. And my other goal for community is to go to at least one event every month, and that can be either like a protest or just a community event. And I specified on there that I can go as an organizer or as just a person. If I organize something and I show up because I'm volunteering, that counts as my event. And if I just show up to something because I want to support it, that also counts as my event. Next category is mental health, and I tried to make these goals very like, what is it, the SMART goal thing, like measurable and achievable or whatever it is. The mental health one, I couldn't really make it measurable, but I will make it achievable. The first one is to build back up my self-confidence. I used to be very, very confident for most of my life. Actually, I was very, very confident, but the past year of my life, suddenly I've lost that, and I'm like afraid of my own shadow, dude. I am so insecure. So I'm hoping to try and like force myself to be positive about myself. Come out of my shell again a little bit. I don't know how I'm gonna make that happen, but it's a goal. And the other one is to do things that scare me, because my anxiety is so bad that I like can't do anything, and it's to a point that is actually insane. So I'm just gonna start doing things that scare me, which are not even scary things. It's like go check out with the cashier instead of doing self-checkout. It shouldn't be hard, so hopefully I can get through some of those. Next category is physical health, and my first goal is to go to the gym once a week. I have chronic fatigue syndrome, so I'm not supposed to work out, but I don't care. So I have a gym membership, but I don't use it that much because I'm fatigued. It's kind of a cycle. But I want to go at least one time a week, and then I wrote down if I have the energy to go any other day of the week, go. Because I really want to get back like the body I had when I was working out 6 days a week. And I know that I'm not working out for 2 hours, 6 days a week, and eating 3,000 calories and 100 grams of protein a day, so I'm not gonna look the same. But I could get a little bit closer to that. Isn't it wild that I used to do that? That's crazy. So pretty much go to the gym as much as possible, but go for once a week at least. The next one is to eat 3 meals every day. I know that sounds really stupid because like that's just how being a human is. But I hate eating so much. Like, it's not an eating disorder. Been there, done that, over it. I just genuinely hate food. I'm allergic to gluten, so like my options aren't great. But I hate food. I feel like eating is such a waste of my time. Like, I could be doing so many other things other than eating. But I understand that I need to do it to live. Especially if I'm going to the gym more, I need to have calories in me. So, 3 meals a day. I get there most days, but some days I slack off. So it's a goal every single day of 2026, eat 3 meals. Next one I'm not looking forward to is quitting nicotine for good. I did quit nicotine twice this year for like months at a time, and then I started again because I'm stupid, and a week ago today I started vaping again because I'm stupid. So we're gonna quit again, but we're actually gonna stick to it this time. My downfall is that I quit, and then I'm like, I'll just do it socially, and then I do it one time socially, and then I go buy a vape. My last physical health goal is to decrease the amount of caffeine that I drink, because I drink 200 plus milligrams of caffeine every day, and I know you're gonna be in the comments, 200, I drink 300, I drink 400. Good for you. Work on that. You're going to have a heart attack. But caffeine with chronic fatigue, it's just another cycle you get into, and it's really not good for you in the long run for anyone, but especially for if you have fatigue. So I want to taper down from my 200 to getting like a Monster or something that has like 140, 160, and trying to go down a little bit. On days I work, I know I'm going to need an energy drink. On my days off, I'm hoping I can switch to like Peace Tea in Arizona, so I still have something to be sipping on all day, but I'm not pumping my body full of adrenaline all the time. That also may be one of the reasons I'm so anxious all the time, now that I think about it. We're almost done. The next category is education, and my first goal is to make flashcards the day of the chapter. The only way that I study for tests is with my freaking flashcards, but the problem is I neglect to make them because I'm lazy. I do the chapter, I do the notes, and then I'm like, I don't want to make flashcards right now. And then it's time for the test, and how am I going to study? I'm not, because I didn't make flashcards. So this semester, that starts in a week, when I finish the chapter, I'm going to immediately make the flashcards. That is the goal. And then hopefully I'll get better test scores. My test scores were fine, but I want better ones. And the second goal for education is to get accepted into the paramedic program. I actually applied for the program I want to be in today. I'm scared. I have no idea within the next 5 months when they're going to tell me if I got accepted. And if I don't get accepted, I already know what to do to make myself look better on the application. Stuff I was going to do anyways, I just didn't have the money. But if they don't accept me and I have to apply for the fall program, then it's like I'm investing in my education to do those things. So I can spend the money. That's the math I'm using in my head. But whether it's for the summer or the fall program, my goal this year, get accepted into the paramedic program. The next category is work, and I don't have any like big goals at work because there's not really much to achieve. where I work. So my goal is just to practice gratitude for my job, because I find myself complaining a lot about my job when in reality I have an extremely easy job. I'm getting paid to do something a trained monkey could do, and so I really need to be grateful that I get to kind of sit around and hang out all day in between patients and do all of my school at work, so that when I'm home I can just chill. So I'm going to try and practice gratitude for that and focus on the positive. When I find myself complaining, to just talk about something else, not complain. Second to last category is hobbies. I have talked about this on the channel before. I'm trying to develop hobbies because I don't have them. So my first goal for hobbies is to finish one DIY project every month. Just one. I've got 31 days, 28 days in February to do the project. No project takes that long. It does when you're me, but it shouldn't take that long. For the most part, what I mean by that is I have clothes that I'm like altering or painting or whatever, and I have a pair of pants, for example, that I've been working on since 2023. It's just zebra stripes. I just need to finish painting the zebra stripes, but I work on it for 10 minutes and then I get bored. So the goal is to pick an item at the beginning of the month out of my drawer of projects and then just work on it all month, and by the end of the month have one finished project. I also want to read actual books. I don't think I'm going to be an avid reader like I was when I was a kid, because quite frankly I just don't enjoy reading anymore. But my attention span is cooked. It is so over for me because of my phone. And I hate to admit that, because people always talked about the negative impacts of social media and the phone, and I was like, that's not true for me. I understand that it's true for other people, but it's not impacting me like that. It's caught up to me. It's impacting me now, just like they say that it will. So I'm thinking, like, set a timer for 10 minutes, just read for 10 minutes, and then after 10 minutes, if you really don't want to read anymore, you don't have to. So the goal is 10 minutes of reading twice a month. Wow, that's like, man, they make first graders read like 20 minutes every single night for their homework, and I'm like, 10 minutes twice a month. Whatever, the internet has destroyed me, it's fine. And then the last category, and probably least important, but something I think is fun that I enjoy doing, is social media. The first goal is to make original reels. Sharing reels is the only way to keep your account afloat right now for some reason. And I do a lot of reels where I'm lip syncing to someone else's audio. I want to make reels that is me. That's something I created. It's my original audio. I have a lot of like music based ones that I want to do, and little projects that I want to film and make reels of, because I just feel like that's way more authentic and genuine than me lip syncing someone else's audio. So my goal is that I post a few reels a week. At least one of them every week is something original that I made myself, and not me just hopping on like some trending audio. The next goal is to take new pictures for Instagram once a week. I know this sounds silly, but genuinely, like, putting together the outfits and the hair and the makeup and the whole process, and then actually taking the pictures is fun. And then editing them. I don't like severely edit my pictures, but like, you know, the brightness and stuff, and cropping them and just making them look nice, and then getting to post them and be like, look world, look what I did, I put this all together. It's super fun to me. It's like, I consider social media a hobby, not like, I don't know, what is it to everyone else? Like a pastime or just something to do? I consider it a hobby. I find myself posting the same like outfits over and over and over again because I just haven't taken new pictures. So once a week at least, I want to get all put together and look pretty and take good pictures so that my Instagram has like fresh, I want it to be like outfit inspiration for people, but that doesn't work if it's always the same outfit. And the last goal, we've already started it and the new year hasn't even started, is I want to post on YouTube consistently again. YouTube is my favorite form of social media. It's my favorite platform. I love YouTube. If I were to get like famous on any social media platform and you let me pick, it would be YouTube. I love making long form videos. I hate short form content. I love doing the Instagram pictures, but it's just not the same as talking to you guys and like interacting in the comments and stuff. So I want to start posting again regularly. If I do get accepted into the paramedic program, that's probably going to ruin it, because that's going to be terrible. Paramedic school is going to suck, but I'm so excited anyway. I was going to make the goal, like, I'll post once a week, but then I thought about like school and work and everything, and I was like, okay, you are going to burn out and give up if that's the goal. So I'm thinking one video every other week. It'll be like every other Wednesday or something like that. I feel like if I've got 2 weeks to film and edit a video, I can make that happen. It'll be fine. But that was my last goal. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I hope that some of these maybe gave you ideas of easier goals, things you can just dip your toes into, and also let you know, like, the expectation doesn't have to be that you achieve these big, crazy things and that you achieve them immediately and easily. But let me know if you're gonna adopt any of these goals yourself, and let me know your goals in the comments for 2026, because I know that was a long list, but I'm so open to new ideas. I feel like I need a full factory reset on my life. So if you have goals that you think are good, let me know. But thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end of the video. It really means a lot to me. I keep forgetting at the end of the videos that I'm supposed to be like, subscribe, and post notifications. So anyways, subscribe, like you're clicking, subscribe. I need a little dance at the end. Subscribe, and hit the bell. Anyway, if you want to interact with the video, you can, and it would be so swag. But thank you again for watching. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next one, and I will see you on the streets. Peace out. Bye.
Here's to another sleepless night. Good luck trying to survive. You've been trapped with reality. I hope this isn't where I peak. I see that I'm sick. I'm losing my grip. I see that I'm sick.